Hi, it's Gail. Welcome back to my channel. Well, I do service dog Q&As on Friday, and today I was asked to talk about service dogs at college. Now, everybody's experience is going to be a little different than mine, but I went to the Disability Services office at my college, and they have been phenomenal. They have been able to, hello doggy, they've been able to cut through some slack, work with me on professors that weren't really sure about service dogs, and generally, explain the law, which coincidentally happens to be their policy. So they told me that professors can only ask two questions. Is Tomlin a service dog? And basically, do I need him? And the answer is obviously yes to both. Or really, not just do I need him, but what services does he provide? I didn't even have that kind of problem out of the teachers at campus. I just came in and they were like, "Oh, is that a service dog?" Yes. And then they were like, "Great." One professor even went to lengths this semester to tell me that Tomlin was her first service dog ever in class, and there was anything that she needed or needed to do or that I needed help with, just to let her know, and she'd be happy to help. And seemed sincere, seemed to mean it, followed up with me later on that just to make sure, because there's not that many places at the school where Tomlin can be comfortable in the classroom. That is one big disadvantage that I have with taking Tomlin to college, because he's trained to go under tables or sit next to me. Well, unfortunately, in college campuses, sitting next to me is kind of difficult because there's not that much space, and of course we're talking about desks usually as opposed to tables, so he can just barely put his little nose underneath the desk and the rest of him's hanging out. But to Tomlin, he's under the desk, so that's something we have to work with. Fortunately, other students this semester have been really good to work with Tomlin, but he's still hard to see, and I've threatened so many times to put a helium balloon on his service dog vest so it would stick up in the air and people could see it, because they'd at least notice the balloon, right? In the past, we've had problems with him being stepped on, people trying to kind of drop their backpacks on him. One girl did that. I was so upset. She actually just clipped the edge of his tail, but she didn't look. She didn't see him down there. I was like, hey, and kind of hit that backpack away and kind of deflected it from Tomlin. But she did get the tail. But he was okay other than that. He just kind of looked at her like, "What are you doing?" Which is probably the same look I gave her. There's a shortage of relief areas on campus that can be kind of a challenge. You make sure you have your own plastic bags, because there's not like a little doggy area that they can go to that might have bags. You kind of have to find your own area, be discreet, kind of out of the way, bring your own bags, look for the nearest trash can. Parking lot, of course, if you've got a service dog, sometimes you need booty, sometimes you don't. Use your own discretion on that. As far as parking lots, weather, pretty much you have all the typical concerns, with the concerns of space, him getting stepped on, because it's tight quarters. Make sure your dog is good on elevators. I was with one the other day. It was in training, so it really wasn't that great on elevators because he kind of got scared. But he was in training. I mean, what do you expect? I'd be probably scared of him if I was in training too, and I was a puppy and didn't know what was going on. That's it. Go ahead and familiarize yourself with the exits, where the steps are. Take your service dog up and down the steps some to get him familiar with those specifically on campus. Maybe get a couple of friends to walk with you if you need to. I didn't have a problem with that because everybody wants to be around the service dog. Unfortunately, people also are really bad. "I just love your service dog. Can I pet him?" No. So they kind of get their feelings hurt, so you kind of have to explain that to them. But then nobody's continued to have their feelings hurt after that. One person this semester, and every semester is different, but this one guy came up and he's like, "I know I can't talk to service dogs, but can I just talk to you because I want to talk to you about your service dog, and he's so cute and he's so fluffy." And I'm like, okay, so, you know, and then the guy next to him just reaches down without even thinking and starts petting Tomlin. So I'm like, no, you know, but nicely. Most people are very well intentioned. I get a lot of questions about Tomlin, about having the service dog on campus, just like I did for this video. That's really all I can think of. If you've got balance issues, you can get one of those service dog vests and packs. So put your things in the pack, but you already know that. All the usual things, bring treats, bring your water bowl, all those usual things that you always have to do if you have a service dog. So really, about the only extra thing is more people wanting to pet them, more people asking questions, and tight spaces. I can't think of anything else. And so now today, Tomlin and I are going to go. All these bags behind me, we're doing a tree giveaway at my church tomorrow. The state of Tennessee is doing that. So tomorrow morning across the entire state of Tennessee, they're giving away 250,000 trees. The reason I'm telling you this is because I made a joke and somebody absolutely did not get it, but those of you who are dog owners will. We put them all in the van, right? I have Tomlin with me, and I look and I'm like, I'm going to put all these trees in the van. I've got about 600 of them in here. They're seedlings. And the woman said yes, and I was like, I just looked over to John. I said, I'm going to put 600 trees in my van, and I've got a boy dog. Figured that one out. Okay, Tomlin. Anything else you want to say, bud? No? Okay. I'm not going to be able to put your comments on the video this time because we're doing it from the phone because I dropped the camcorder. Okay, I can't put his comments on here like I could before. I actually had a little problem with the camcorder, so yeah, don't drop your camcorder. And working on getting another one, and so I also don't have software on this phone, so double problems. But thank you guys for watching, and hope this answered your questions. If not, leave them down below. And don't forget, if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up. If you have other ideas on service dog videos that you want to see, leave them in the comments down below. We've got some in the pipeline that are coming on that I think you guys are really going to like. But your feedback is what I base these videos on, so don't hold back. That's what those comment sections are for. So thank you guys again for watching, and we're going to see you out about and online. Bye. Say bye, Tomlin. Or not. Bye.